Okay, next up,
Uh-huh.
the Army,
Uh-huh.
the regular American Army,
The armed forces, yeah.
the Armed Forces of America,
Yeah.
are planning on spending millions on Twitch and Call of Duty to recruit
Well,
Gen Zers.
They planned to.
They planned to,
didn't
they
actually.
haven't. Oh, okay.
This was like, this came out that this was the plan they were going to do. So this was like pre Activision Wiener Boy time. You remember when everyone was dropping their thing? So the main thing here is like people are upset, like the Army's targeting young people that, hey, the Army's cool. You should join in. You like that Call of Duty? How about you get the real Call of Duty, you know?
That's a terrible idea.
But like, you're a 40-year-old man. Of course, you'd think.
Well, yeah, but the kids who play Call of Duty, you don't want them in the Army.
Well,
some of them
yeah,
anyway.
you do, because they're going to be controlling the drone. So they already know how to do it. Like the drones and like the fucking like, you know, the night vision missiles and shit, they like rejiggered them so they use a Xbox controller.
Yeah, but how are they going to run up there, teabag the guys they killed and yell at their mom?
Well, that's when you train them. But the problem is like they were going to be spending all this money to target like young people as well as like minorities who like generally are the ones that end up serving because they don't have other options for schooling or like post-secondary education and stuff like that. So it's whatever. It's good and bad.
Yeah.
It's not really good. I shouldn't say it's good and bad. But also like, you know, right now, like there's no active like military crazy war going on or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if you were in the military now, like now's not a bad time because you'll just like train and do your time and then get out probably without being deployed. Well, if you get deployed, it's like you're going to be in like a US military base in like Germany or something like that. So it's not that bad. But yes, the military does always target the underprivileged, basically.
Yeah. So this is actually kind of interesting, the dates on this.
Yeah.
Because it's all through 2022.
Mm-hmm.
End of 2021, beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
And the Army's own video game, America's Army, was shut down in 2022.
Yeah.
Shut down this year.
Yeah.
And that was one of their like recruiting propaganda kind of video games, which was actually a pretty good game.
I never played it. But also recruiting this way, what's better, this way or going back to the draft?
Oh yeah, this way for sure.
Yeah.
Going back to the draft is not
I mean,
you wouldn't be able to do it in this day and age.
Oh, there'd be mass like draft card burnings or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the military is even bigger than it was back when they had the draft. So they don't really need to like do it like that way, but it's kind of like, you know, unfortunately they got to keep having young people coming in. And it's not like if I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to join the military, they'd just be like, no, you're too old, dude.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Can you do 50 push-ups right now?
I mean, that's what the basic training's for, but no, the answer is no. Of course I couldn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like advertising like, hey, vaping's really cool. Don't you think vaping's cool, Call of Duty player? You should start vaping. It's like,
but
you should join the army.
Vaping doesn't make you any money, nor does it provide education in some contexts.
Yeah, that is the other thing with the army. Like, you do get paid, and you can like learn a trade in the army that you can use in the real world and stuff like that.
But you hear a lot of the stuff on how veterans are treated and how they come back out, and it's like, oh, okay, maybe I don't want to do that.
But that's also like active serving military veterans.
Yeah.
Like people that come back with like PTSD and stuff like that. Like, like I said, more or less now there's not too much like actual active military like fighting going on for the US Army.
We know of.
But that's not US Army type shit. That's like spec ops type shit that you'll never hear about anyways. They're like the ones that get recruited out of the army to do their own like secret stuff, right? So
I don't know how the army works, so I can't really say.
It's not like you could, if you were like a young person, be like, I want to be like doing spec ops, secretive shit. They'd be like, what the fuck? No, we ask you. You don't ask us. So
yeah, you got to be good enough for us to ask you.
Basically, like even the Navy SEALs, they don't just take anybody.
No.
So, yeah. War. What is it good for?
War. What is it good for? I don't know. Absolutely nothing. That's what they say.
Well, I mean, it's good for defending democracy.
That's true.
Like, it's a good thing Ukraine is resisting the Ruskies. Kicking the shit out of the Ruskies, it seems. I don't know if the Ukrainian propaganda is just pumping out that much better than the Russian propaganda.
Yeah, who knows?
But it's always about how, like, Ukraine is kicking the shit out of Russia.
Yeah.
But I guess when you have every NATO company supplying you with, like, hey, you want some missiles? You want some fighter jets?
Here you go.
Need some tanks?
Yeah.
How about some something else? It's kind of like, oh, yeah. The Russians are fighting us with their, like, 50-year-old AK-47s that, like, explode when you pull the trigger. It's like, oh, yeah, they are winning. That's crazy. Yeah, remember when Russia was a superpower?
Yeah.
That's crazy how far they've fallen.
Yes. Putin, what are you doing over there, bud?
Well, he apparently is falling downstairs and shitting his pants.
Oh.
It's the last Ukrainian propaganda thing I heard.
There you go.
Is it true? I don't know, but that's the rumor. So
yes.